Hello everyone. Today's video is about top 100 wealthy nations around the globe in 2025. Stay tuned till last and subscribe our channel and press the bell icon. Palau has a GDP per capita of $17,381, supported by tourism and fisheries. Fiji stands at $17,403 per person, fueled by sugar exports and visitor arrivals. Egypt earns $17,614 per capita, strengthened by the Suez Canal and real estate. Moldova brings in $17,902, growing steadily through agriculture and remittances. Equatorial Guinea reaches $18,378. Suriname hits $18,928 per capita, thanks to its gold and oil sectors. St. Vincent and the Grenadines makes $19,196, supported by tourism and agriculture. Azerbaijan generates $19,328 per person, with oil pipelines driving its economy. Gabon earns $19,452 per capita, with oil exports leading the charge. St. Lucia brings in $19,718, largely through tourism and banking. Turkmenistan posts $19,729 per head, powered by vast gas reserves. Colombia's GDP per capita is $19,770, supported by oil, coal, and coffee. Botswana hits $20,097, led by diamond mining and financial stability. Barbados earns $20,592 per capita, mainly from tourism and services. Bosnia and Herzegovina stands at $20,623. Albania posts $20,632 per person, with tourism and investments boosting growth. Brazil's economy provides $20,809 per capita, driven by exports and services. Iran reaches $21,220 per person, thanks to energy and local manufacturing. Armenia earns $21,746, with IT and tourism fueling recent growth. Grenada brings in $21,799, supported by tourism and education exports. North Macedonia posts $22,249 per capita, helped by reforms and trade. Thailand records $23,401, thriving on tourism, agriculture, and electronics. China's GDP per capita stands at $25,015, driven by manufacturing and global trade. Georgia earns $25,248. Belarus posts $25,685, largely sustained by state-run industries and exports. Mexico makes $25,963 per person, backed by manufacturing and trade with the U.S. Argentina earns $26,390, supported by agriculture and domestic demand. Libya generates $26,456 per capita, relying heavily on its oil sector. The Dominican Republic brings in $27,120, powered by tourism and services. Antigua and Barbuda earns $27,309, led by high-end tourism. Serbia reaches $27,985 per head, with a focus on tech and exports. Costa Rica posts $28,558, praised for ecotourism and green energy. Montenegro earns $29,696, growing through real estate and tourism. Uruguay makes $30,170 per person, benefiting from strong institutions and exports. Chile hits $31,005 per capita, driven by mining and stable governance. Mauritius posts $32,094, thriving on finance, tourism, and textile exports. Trinidad and Tobago brings in $32,685. Kazakhstan earns $34,534 per capita, fueled by minerals and energy. Bulgaria reaches $35,963, with IT and industry accelerating growth. Maldives stands at $37,433, with tourism being the primary source of income. Russia makes $38,292 per person, led by oil, gas, and arms trade. St. Kitts and Nevis earns $38,870. Malaysia hits $39,030 per capita, supported by electronics and palm oil exports. Oman posts $39,859, driven by oil and national diversification strategies. Greece brings in $41,188, recovering through tourism and European investment. Latvia earns $41,730 per person. Seychelles posts $43,151 per capita, thriving on marine tourism. Romania reaches $43,179, growing fast through IT and foreign investment. Puerto Rico earns $43,219, helped by pharmaceuticals and U.S. support. Turkey stands at $43,921 per capita, driven by construction, industry, and exports. Panama earns $44,797 per capita, thanks to its canal, banking, and logistics. Estonia brings in $45,122, led by tech innovation and digital governance. Hungary stands at $45,692 per person, driven by exports and foreign investment. Croatia posts $45,702, growing through tourism and EU-funded development. The Bahamas earns $46,524 per capita, fueled by offshore finance and tourism. Portugal makes $47,070, with tourism and exports reviving its economy. Poland reaches $49,060, benefiting from manufacturing and EU partnerships. Czech Republic records $50,475 per person, thriving on exports and a strong workforce. Lithuania posts $50,600 per capita, with rapid digital growth and industry expansion. Spain brings in $52,012, largely from tourism, agriculture, and tech services. Kuwait earns $52,274. Slovenia stands at $53,287 per person, backed by exports and manufacturing. New Zealand makes $53,797 per capita. Japan posts $54,184, led by innovation, tech exports, and manufacturing. Aruba earns $54,716 per person, driven by tourism and offshore finance. Israel brings in $55,533. Italy makes $56,905 per capita, combining fashion, tourism, and manufacturing power. Cyprus posts $58,733. United Kingdom earns $58,880 per person, led by finance, healthcare, and education. South Korea records $59,330 per capita, powered by electronics and shipbuilding. France brings in $60,339, with luxury goods, tourism, and tech driving growth. Canada stands at $60,495 per person, supported by natural resources and services. Finland earns $60,851, with a focus on education, clean tech, and innovation. Bahrain posts $62,671. Australia reaches $66,627 per capita, with mining, education, and tourism boosting the economy. Germany earns $67,245 per person, Europe's powerhouse of engineering and exports. Malta makes $67,682. Belgium posts $68,079, combining pharmaceuticals, exports, and strong institutions. Andorra earns $69,146, built on banking, retail, and tourism. Sweden stands at $69,177 per capita, known for welfare, innovation, and exports. Austria records $69,460 per person, with services, industry, and tourism leading. Saudi Arabia brings in $70,333. Iceland earns $73,784, supported by tourism, green energy, and fisheries. Netherlands posts $74,158 per capita. Hong Kong brings in $75,128, driven by finance, real estate, and logistics. Taiwan earns $76,858 per person, thanks to semiconductors and global trade. San Marino earns $86,989, small in size but wealthy through tourism and finance. Switzerland records $91,932, led by banking, pharmaceuticals, and luxury goods. United Arab Emirates makes $96,846 per capita, built on oil, tourism, and logistics. Qatar brings in $112,283. Singapore earns $133,737 per person, known for trade, finance, and innovation. Ireland posts $133,895, driven by tech giants and low corporate taxes. Macau earns $134,141 per capita, with casinos and tourism as economic pillars. Luxembourg tops the list with $143,743, excelling in finance, EU institutions, and services. Thanks for joining us till end.